So guys, first of all, let me wish you a Merry Christmas. I didn't do a video in a while, but hey, here I am doing another Reading Reddit, episode 5. Today we're going to read the Ghosts subreddit, and it doesn't involve much reading actually. It's going to be more like looking at videos and getting a bit spooked out maybe, but also trying to see what's really going on. I'm not necessarily really a skeptic 100%. I'm open for videos that convince me, but most of the stuff you see out there is trash when it comes to ghost videos. So I hope you join me for this little adventure into the paranormal. I think we've done, we've done ghost stories and the paranormal, right? Those two subreddits we've done. Now we're doing ghost videos. Let's jump into it. After hearing taps and noises from the kitchen, I take a photo and see this. What is it? I can't see anything. Oh. There it is. Yeah, it's a bit creepy, but that might as well be something that's hanging, on the back of this door. I don't know. Yeah, it could be. I mean, what do the experts say? Let's read the comments. Jazzy Delight says, I'm convinced it's her. It's gotta be Miss Doubtfire, isn't it? And then Cookie Lona replies, man, that jump scared me for some reason. Meanwhile, I'm working on the night shift. I'm hearing really scary, disturbing noises. Could be a client. It's just by being in those subreddits, you're on edge, right? You're like, here's a face of Robin Williams wearing makeup. You're like, oh, Jesus, man, don't do that to me. If it would be in the context of a different subreddit, you probably wouldn't. It's interesting, So while we're in that mood, let's move on to the next one. Am I allowed to post this here? This was in my house last year. Scared me so bad. Luckily, I don't live there anymore. I have more videos. Let's see. So interesting that he says it was in my old house and that he never shared it. If he would do it for like a profit, to get people to subscribe to his YouTube because his house is haunted or whatever, why would he share it after he moved out? Okay, so that already indicates a bit of, authenticity to me, but let's take a look. Here we go. Oh. That is subtle. That is subtle. That is subtle. I like that. I mean, it might just be a string or something, but it's so subtle that I nearly tend to believe it. Let me tell you a story. I had this friend, and he told me, just between the two of us, he was in this kind of derelict swimming pool. There was no water in it, and they were sitting at the door in a circle, kind of a circle of chairs around the entrance door. And on top of the door frame was, for some reason, a picture leaning against the wall. And they said they were sitting there and drinking whatever, young, teenagers. And the picture from that doorframe flew forward. Like he said, it flew 4 or 5 meters off the wall. Like nobody was there. They were literally seeing it as they were sitting in a circle around that door. So it literally flew in their faces. So I don't know what it is about picture frames or whatever, but this is subtle and creepy. I like this. Recently, I've been hearing bangs and creaks in the night. I've been putting it down to the floorboards expanding with heat, of course. However, after I took this image while replying to snaps, I'm shook. Do you see the man in the mirror? There's nothing there. She's looking at the man in the mirror. She's asking him to change his way. I don't know. I mean, sure, with these kind of photos, I'm always super careful, because it literally could be your own shadow behind you that is there because of a weird light, or you take the flash of your phone and that bursts a shadow through some reflection. You don't think about that, but, it might as well be something else, but I don't know. This doesn't really work for me, this kind of stuff. Volume up. Scream in the middle of the night whilst we were sleeping. Came from the living room. A lot of other weird occurrences in this house. Okay, here we are. I think it's Paranormal Activity part 19. Let's see. Look. This kind of effect is the first go-to thing you would do if you would think about faking something scary or whatever, right? Put your daughter in the neighboring room, put the security camera up, let it record, and then, just let her scream. Sure, if it's true, if it's real, if it's a disembodied voice that's in your living room and they keep hearing weird, sure. But I think today we're living in such an attention economy, the idea that someone would do that just to get 1.7 thousand upvotes on Reddit and 3 awards and, a few more things. People do this kind of stuff. Why not? Took him 5 minutes. He's probably getting off on it. I'm just skeptical. Okay, I'm just skeptical with this kind of stuff. I don't really jump to immediately believing everything I see. Hopefully just a fox, but gave me goosebumps. That's actually a valid point. Yeah, I've once sat outside like my parents' home. They live next to a wood, and you would hear these crazy screams from the woods, like really noises you don't hear. Even they didn't hear that often, and it turns out it was foxes. You can go to YouTube and put in fox noises or fox screams or something, and you'll find videos. It's incredible. They don't sound like dogs at all, really. It sounds very weird. So it might as well be a fox. Like one feisty ginger says, yeah, having lived deep in the woods before, foxes, coyotes, and deer make all kinds of creepy damn noises sometimes. What you heard was likely coyotes catching some prey. Possible. I think so too. You know, there's a tendency with people not understanding something on the spot or being able to explain something and then straight jumping to conclusions, right? It's got to be paranormal. Especially when people, you know, I've got all the episodes of Ghost Adventures on DVD. I'm a big fan, and then you record something like this. You're going to jump to conclusions. You know what I mean? Even it's probably just a coyote. Next one. My friend works at a professional haunted house, and this was caught in the security cameras recently when no one was there. Daytime photo for reference. Where's the photo? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that's cool that they put the reference photo. So you can see they have like a bit of decoration there. Like a gate with a skeleton hanging on it. And then, look, there's actually like a silhouette there. To me, this picture looks a bit doctored. I'm going to be honest with you. This down here, sure, it's not that easy to doctor something like this because you really need to copy like the little details and the artifacts of the compression here. But it's not impossible. And to me, I don't know. It just looks a bit doctored. What do you guys think? Does that look real to you guys? I'm dumb as heck. I was looking at the skeleton thinking it was a joke post. Like, oh, ghost. This is paranormal. Come on, let's be honest. Some of those ghost posts are not much more credible than this, okay? They're like, oh, look, it's a ghost in my garage. And then they share a picture like that. Jesus, man. A friend sent me this photo, and looking at the bottom right, it looks super weird. Could just be a tree, cemetery right next to the place. Okay, what does it look? Let's investigate, right? We're in the Blade Runner. Enhance. Enhance. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it does not look bodged to me. Because the blurriness of the tree and the blurriness of this kind of apparition on the picture match up quite well. It seems to even cast a shadow. Look at that down here. It's funny because the legs seem to go transparent, right? Like so many people reported. And you can kind of see the tree bark, the green tree bark behind it. I don't know. Yeah, it looks good. It's a good picture, and it's very subtle as well. Might be botched. Look, any of those photos you could fake, okay? Anything could be fake. In the end, it's just about, you know, looking at little subtle things like, you know, the compression and how it blends with the rest of the picture to kind of judge whether it might be authentic. But I don't know. Again, this might just be, you know, an odd-shaped tree trunk with this dramatic light coming here that's clearly, you know, highlighting this tower. You might as well get like a weird shape like that with a bit of shadow that you didn't notice when you're there because with your eye it's just a tree trunk, but when you photograph it with the odd light, it suddenly looks like a silhouette or a person. So, yeah, a little bit creepy, but I don't know. Doesn't get me convinced. The Riverview Hospital washrooms is the next one. Here we go. I love those, you know, when security guards film stuff, and that always has like a nice creep factor to it. Let's take a look. It's a toilet. Oh, the toilet, Jesus, man. Scared the living crap out of me. It's another toilet. Look how dirty they are and unwashed. It's disturbing stuff, man. That is... So here's my point with these videos. Here's what I say to this guy. Why do you not take the camera and just go along the edges of the door and show that there's no string anywhere attached? You know, go to the back, film the whole door close up. Because that would exclude the option of string. And I mean, nobody really does that. Nobody does that. When people see stuff moving, I want to see them go up to the object and show me that there's no string. This, however, looked a bit more like it might be wind or something, which is odd. Who knows? Maybe there is a little hole. It's an old toilet. You can see it. Little hole, whatever, behind that leads to the outside. Wind blows through sometimes. And it was exactly in that moment where the wind blew through. You don't hear it, but it blows the door open. It is creepy, sure. And I don't want to be the guy who's always like, this is not real. But come on, man. If you want to convince me this shit is real, then go to the door, check for strings. I understand it's a tense situation. If it really happens to you, let's assume it's real. Jesus, man, your blood's going to be pumping. You're not going to be thinking about, oh, I need to debunk the string. But anyway, I've seen hundreds of videos like this, and nobody ever does it. Like, why is nobody ever doing it? What's wrong with it? You know, you just go and debunk it properly. What a convenient place to yourself. That's true. He even got an award for it. Look, the Rocket-like award. Well done. He's going to get an updoot. Updooting the comment. I'm curious, based on the dust blowing across the screen, was there a draft in the building? Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, some people would probably argue that, you know, it foreshadows a paranormal event now. You know, little orbs, you see stuff flying around. But obviously, it's just dust. Okay, it's just dust. Everybody knows it. And it makes no sense to kind of claim it's orbs, because to be honest, all orbs can be explained, you know. But here we go. Dust comes in and it opens. There's quite a bit of force there, which is interesting, right? Actually quite a bit of force behind that door. So I don't know. It's not a bad one. But again, it's not something that you can't fake. Set the building on fire, my dude. There's only one way. A door moved on its own. Let's burn the building down. It's cursed. My aunt caught this full body apparition on her motion camera in West Virginia. Look in the top right corner. Let's take a look in the top right corner. Oh, there it is. When the video starts, it gets black for a second, so it's not a cut. But it's really weirdly cut, isn't it? Like, if you would have this apparition, wouldn't you leave a few seconds before and a few seconds after? But no, they cut. I mean, they leave a few seconds after, apparently, but nothing. They cut in the middle of the apparition. Makes me skeptical, right? This happens all the time with these cameras. How's camera pick up the light? It's a person walking by. Right, there you go. It's a person walking by. I can imagine. I mean, these are, you know, fairly cheap cameras. It looks like maybe he's walking back here in the distance or something, and the camera gets tricked a little bit. Oh, but then OP replies, that was our first thought too. They try to recreate it a bunch of times and the camera always cuts on before the person gets that far across the screen on day or night, and they never disappear before reaching the end like this. Right, okay, so I think that means the black cut is basically the camera activating. That was the moment when the camera detected unusual movement. That's why there's the hard cut, so it's not OP's fault, presumably, that it's cut like this. Oh, the person who questioned it replied again and says it can't usually be recreated because it's basically a camera malfunctioning. I've seen this happen in real life when I could see the person with my own eyes out the window and they were clear the whole time as they walked across, right? It was a person and I knew, I promise you, so they weren't dead. Could it be a ghost? Sure. But with this type of camera, it's almost certainly a person. And then OP actually kind of confirms and says, oh, okay, that's good to know, blah, blah. So that's a great thing about Reddit, right? You get people who actually use the same camera, who know the model, who are familiar with this effect, and it's just a glitch. That's what it is. And now I feel like a detective, right? We're solving those paranormal crimes. Well, actually, it's just like a technical camera glitch, really. So what do we have here? Can spirits control a single electronic device? Oh, no, please not. I can't stand these. Here's my Mel meter, and, you know, here's my spirit box, and it scans through radio frequencies. It's just trash. I'm sorry. That stuff is just trash. I'm not saying that by chance you might be tapping into something somewhere along the lines, but that stuff, I can't stand it, right? When people build like mysterious devices that make random lights blink and then, but it measures the electromagnetic energy in the room and that means ghosts. None of that has any ground in reality. None of this is proven. It's just pure speculation. It's entertainment. Look, I love to watch Ghost Adventures, I'm going to be honest with you guys, but it's entertainment, okay? It's not proving any life beyond death, so we're going to skip this one. Strange door banging during police operation in Brazil. Saw it on a police officer's Twitter page today. Very strange. Seems like an abandoned hospital. Let's check this out.
Caralho, bicho. Que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano? Mano, não tem nada. Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho?
Yeah, that is a bit odd, isn't it? Could it be like a broken hinge or something, where like a spring keeps pushing the door back? I don't know. That is odd. That is odd. Look at them running. Also, did you notice they're all carrying guns, aren't they? They're all carrying guns. What are they doing? What are they doing in an abandoned hospital? So, I mean, presumably maybe they were looking for some squatters or some people doing illegal activities in those abandoned houses or whatever. I don't know, but it sure is a bit mysterious. What kind of plant is that? 777 heaven comments. Yeah, the plant. It's the plant. Look at it. Bam! It's smashing the door. The plant is like, just get out of my house. Smashing this door. Get out. What are you doing here? It's just a very strong plant, of course. That explains it. Thanks, man. Giving you an upvote for that. Easily explained. Okay, one more. We're looking at one more. One good one. Let's find a good one. What do we have here? Our tattoo studio ghost getting more aggressive by the day. What's getting more aggressive? Your tattoo studio ghost or your social media ghost strategy? I'm not sure what's getting more aggressive every day, but let's see. Likes to knock off stuff to shelves and blow out our candles. Doesn't seem to like men, and it's a female-run tattoo studio. What a coincidence. This must be real. Let's take a look. So we don't get any audio. Oh no, it's not a female-run tattoo studio. I think he's doing the tattoo. Okay, I'm jumping to conclusions here. Sorry, girls. Look at it. He got hit. Let me see this again. Yoink. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Look, do you see this little piece here? That little goldenish seeming piece? That seems to be a box or something. That box is already not straight. Do you see it? It sits at an angle. I believe that's what it is. Let's take a look. Do you see it? Oh, okay, but then all the rest fell down. I don't know, man. He got hit, sure. The fact that he's sitting there, why is he sitting there? What is he doing? So he's checking out the girl. He's talking to the girl. The fact that he gets hit, maybe he just wants to add more authenticity to it. Maybe it's real, I don't know. Born to stab. Comments. We have a poltergeist at our studio too. 100-plus-year-old building. Flash falls off walls if you're in the basement and you can hear people walking above you even though one is there. And just a general sense of dread. Once I was there alone after hours drawing and the phone rang 3 times and then read "line is in use" as if someone picked up the phone. I refuse to be there alone. I don't know, man. People just believe too easily, even that story. Is it creepy when you're there? Of course it is. Does that mean a dead person is now there and trolling you? Probably not. Does that mean a dead person pushed these things off a shelf to hit this guy on the head? Probably not. I'm sorry, guys. This session didn't convince me. I'm still a skeptic. I don't think ghosts are real, at least from what I've seen here and from what I've seen in like 1 trillion documentaries over the last 100 years. I'm not convinced. I'm coming to the conclusion that the whole thing is, in 99.9% of the cases, a scam. What do you think, though? Is it a scam? Do people just want clicks for their videos? Or is some of it real? Which one of the pieces that we looked at in this video do you think might be real? Leave that down in the comment section below. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. I try to do more. It's a time thing. I don't have that much time. But if I have time, I love to do videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Subscribe. Smash like. Do all the things. I see you next time. I'm out. Bye.